Hey guys, welcome to Tarot for Your Thoughts. I wanted to share this Weaver Tarot deck with you today. It's called the Journeyer Edition by Threads of Fate. I wanted to do a quick flip through review video. The box is simply amazing. I love the design, and this was really the first tarot deck I ever purchased, so a little biased. It's one of my favorites. The book has some spreads, and each card has a couple keywords, the reversed meaning and upright meaning, and it's just a beautiful deck to look at. Everything's velvet to the touch. I absolutely love this deck. I'll try to show you the backgrounds as best I can with different angles and lighting because the cards really do have a sheen to them, and it's so satisfying to look at. The symbolism's so strong. Even this Magi card, it's the magician, right? So it has all the elements of each suit. The High Sage is the High Priestess. I love how it incorporates the moon phases within these cards. And the Empress is represented as the pillar in this deck. The Emperor is represented as anchor. Overall, the symbolism, you can tell, just really pops out. Now, when I got this in shipping, the Lover's card came as like a little thank you card. Also, a larger version of that Lover's card came, and they also provided another help sheet with a table of contents essentially, and clarification on what the numerology meant and symbolism on the actual cards. Like crystals mean wealth and bones meant physical feeling, grounded, and like earth elements. So that made this deck really interesting, and I love how it's gender neutral with the the Hanged One, compared to the Rider-Waite Hanged Man. And I love the death symbol, which is also on the inside of the box. Super sweet design. Absolutely love it. So cool. Temperance, for example, has vertical symmetry on the left and right, and if you have their oracle deck, the symbol for nature is up at the top, like the sun, just a very balanced picture with the wings. This moon card is also gorgeous. And the sun too, just the imagery is so clear with the hands coming together and judgment. Wrapping up the major arcana, I'd say this deck may be harder for a beginner to pick up and read with, however the symbolism is definitely there. When you reach the end of this video, I'll show the 2 extra cards they gave away to showcase the difference between the decks they offer from their website. The quality of all these cards were amazing, and I'm so very tempted to buy more. Even 5 of Wands, you see the friction within the card. And then you compare it to 6 of Wands, where it's just happy rainbow sunshine beach time. Here you have the 7 of Wands, where it shows you the 5 Wands versus someone holding their 2 Wands standing their ground against the opposing 5 Wands on the bottom of the card. The photography in the back is just amazing and really complements the gold, which hasn't faded at all. I've been using these cards since the beginning of the year, so it's been a couple months. Once again, just the imagery captures the meaning behind the cards, and I absolutely love Seeker of Wands is like the Page of Wands, Conqueror of Wands is the Knight, Sovereign of Wands is the Queen, right? And then Ruler of Wands would be the King. And just the symbolism, once you maybe work with a deck a little bit more, becomes very intuitive. And I'm a big fan of the cups. I love how the creators chose to just cross and use the photography in the back to really just make it in a more emotional suit. Especially 5 of Cups, even though it's a sad card overall. You can see how they really build off of one another. Once again, this deck is very, gender neutral from the standpoint that it uses Seeker, Conqueror, Sovereign, and Ruler. Really allows you a lot of freedom during readings. Now onto the swords. I love how the handle of this sword has like an atom. And then the third eye is open on the two of swords. I'm really a fan of Roman numerals and clocks, so I absolutely love Four of Swords in this deck. Five of Swords is a little graphic for me. And it's just really fun to look at the intricacy of how they place the swords within the cards. You can really get lost, whether you're looking at the background or the actual design. Ten of Swords looks super painful, so mission accomplished. Once again, you have the Seeker representing the page, the Conqueror representing one of the fastest cards in the deck with 2 sets of wings. And the Sovereign of Swords, that you would have to look to the end. I'll put it next to the extra that they provided when they sent the deck, which was really awesome. Now onto the coins. I love how you can see hints of the moon behind in the backgrounds of these cards. Oop. And the rose imagery and petals within Four of Coins is really interesting. The balance of 6 of Coins. I'll try not to blind you guys. Just beautiful cards. And now we reach the Seeker of Coins. Hopefully you can see the background imagery in here. And lastly, Ruler of Coins with the full moon. My final thoughts on this deck are that I absolutely love it, and although it's gonna cost you more money than the normal like tarot decks you can find on like say Amazon, the quality behind the cards was good. I love the gold gilded edges, and if the symbolism and design of the cards resonate with you, by all means you'll really enjoy using this deck. Let me know in the comments below if you use this deck, if you're interested in working with it. I highly recommend it. It's a lot of fun. It looks good. You'll probably just sit and stare at the cards and be like, oh yay, pretty. I found the size of the cards to be really manageable during the shuffle. I'll link a video to the Oracle deck that complements this Journeyer's edition very well, of the Shadow Oracle deck from Threads of Fate, to a comparison of the freebies versus the cards from the decks I already own. I highly recommend. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for watching!